All right, guys, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, man. We in the lab. You know what I mean? We just got back from G's RC not too long ago, and as you guys saw in the video, man, this thing is lovely. Um, I take back everything I said about it. I love it. I really do like the way this thing handles on the track, which surprised me undoubtedly. It just totally surprised me. Um, it handled real good at G's. Like I said, that video was in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania at G's RC. Um, this truck handled well, and shout out to you, Dion, for showing the guys, showing the world how this truck can maneuver a track. Um, it was beautiful. You did well on the joint. I appreciate that for showing it because I know my skills ain't 100%. That's for sure. But this thing did well. We ran about 3 packs through here. I think I had a 6500 um, that we ran up there. I had no problem. I mean, I really had no problem doing 10 minutes. Um, so, you know, I didn't get a time on it because I didn't have my laps in here. I got to get one for this truck. Um, I was just taking it out just to see what it can do. You know what I mean? The newcomer, unfortunately, I didn't get his name. I didn't even mention the YouTube channel to him. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just excited to see him drive. Hopefully, he sees this video or sees the other video. In comments, let me know who you are. I know I'll see you at the track. You and your sons. Um, you know, I can't wait to see you again. But anyhow, this truck did well, very well. The tires did well, surprisingly. Even with the weight of these things, because I ended up taking the rear tire off. The weight of these things, man, is crazy. I mean, Alex, I think this is 3 pounds each. It has 5 of them on it. The weight of this thing, it was nothing for the jumps. I ran on 12S. I had the throttle turned down to 75%. Yep, still there, 75%. Um, it jumped with no problem. I turned it up. I tried to turn it up to 100%, but it was too much for me anyhow. But it did so well out there. So I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? How it is, how it sits. Only thing I did change on here was the ride height. I didn't check the ride height, but what I did was the front shocks. I turned them that collar right there. I turned that collar down 12.5 millimeters. On the rear shocks, I turned it down to 20 millimeters right there. All right, that's all I did. That's all we did to this truck. All right, and it did so well out there. All right, so the only gripe I have with this joint is the steering. And from what I hear, like I said, by changing up your radio, you might be able to correct that. So it makes it a little bit more responsive. You put a 5ive or a Sandwa or something like that on here, or even like I said, maybe an updated, well not updated, but a more race inspired Spectrum maybe. I don't know. I don't run Spectrums. I run 5ives and Sandwas. So what I'm gonna end up doing also is one of the things I want to do is get a sand waffle here. All right. Well, fast forward now. It's time to take this to another level. I got a couple upgrades I want to do this thing. I want to lighten this joint up a little bit. As you can see, like I said, I've already taken the rear tire off, but I am planning on taking all this off. And I'm going to use this truck to do a little bit of bashing as well. Now, that being said, there's a few things that I'm going to change on here. Not much, nothing crazy. Um, I may change the center diff fluid up a little bit, but like I said, I want to take it to the track still. So I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. Just have fun in a parking lot with it. I'm not putting a max 4 in this thing. I'm not trying to blow the doors off of it with speed times and all that stuff. I just want to have a good time with the truck. All right. So I'm going to continue running that 12S system that's in there, and I'm going to use that for the track. And then if I want to take it out to a park or something, because it's so quiet, I don't have to worry about people saying, "Oh man, it's too loud" or whatever. Even though I haven't come across that yet, but I could take this anywhere. I could throw this in the back of my truck if I'm going somewhere with my wife, or I'm going somewhere out with the fellas, and I can just pull this thing out the truck and just have fun in the parking lot or have fun in the field. So I reached out to my man Mike Taylor over at Taylor RC, and he has a few goodies for me. You know what I mean? I ordered some stuff. 2 days shipping is to my door. Customer service is top notch. You cannot beat it. But let me show you what we got. All right, guys. So we got a few things right here, straight from the UK. My man, like I said, my man Mike Taylor, TLRC, hooked the brother up. Um, I hit him up, told him I had a 5TE. I said I need some parts to make it, longevity for the track and for bashing. So I ordered a few things, and let's go over what we got. All right, so here we go. Let's open this one up first. See what we got. All right, guys, we got the billet front hubs for the Losi 5T 3.0. I think, yeah, this works for the 5T and the 5B 2.0, and I think the 1.0 also. All right, comes with the bigger bearings, all billet aluminum. Can't beat that, right? So we got that. We got the rear hubs, billet aluminum. All right, now when I race, and like I said, I've done it on other cars too, that if you don't upgrade this stuff, there's a chance, a really good chance, that your bearing will heat up and warp the plastic that holds it in, and it will cause the bearing to walk, which will mess up your axles. So if you're gonna race, bash, whatever, make sure you get these things, man. These are the billet hubs, and tail RC, you can't beat it. So we got these front and rear hubs. All right, what else we got? There it is, guys. The Trepadores. Trepadores. It's gonna be for my bashing. These are the upgrade for the Kraken Vector, but the size of these things and the tread pattern of these things looks top notch, yo. Top notch. For the Losi 5T E 3.0. I got these. I got two pair here, and we're gonna put these off to the side, but we're gonna look at these up close. Here's the model number for those Trepadores. All right, get you a set. Tail RC. All right, so let's get this other box opened up. I love goodies from Tail RC. Love them. We're gonna open up these packages too. I want you to see how good this billet looks. Yep. As you can see, we got more tires. Cause like I said, when I'm out there bashing in the field, I gotta have the right stuff. Can't go wrong with these jumps. These are straight from Tail RC. You can get them also at Detroit Performance. These are the Tail RC Super Spikes, 190 millimeter, which will also look good on that 5TE and other cars. I like these. Nice thick spikes on those things. So we got two pair also. So we got a whole set. There it is, Tail RC. So here we go, man. We got everything out so you guys can see what we're working with. As you can see, this is the 190 Super Spikes on top of the Trepadore. All right, but this Trepadore, this is sick, man. Look at that tread design on that joint. All right, these are the billet front and rear hubs, like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna get all this on here. We're gonna save those for last. But my main thing right here is these Trepadores, Joe. I love the look of these. We're gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna bring the stock Losi wheel over here. All right, so here we go, side by side. As you can see, the Losi seems to be a little bit taller, wider, I guess it would be. Maybe a 2 mil or so. But the looks, they're about the same height. Maybe the Trepadore may be a little bit taller. But the main thing, guys, and we got the scale to show, is the weight savings on this joint. So let's check this out. Let's see what this thing comes in at. You see, we zeroed it out, right? 0. All right, let's go to grams. Put this thing on here. (1,135 grams). All right. Let's put this on here, the Trepadore. 821 grams. Let's do this in pounds, guys, because we are in the US, right? Boom, boom, boom. Pounds and ounces. Stock Losi tire, pounds now, guys. 2.82 pounds, 8 ounces. All right. That's almost 3 pounds. Let's put the Trepadore in here. 1 pound, 13 ounces. That is almost a pound lighter. Almost a pound lighter per wheel. And we're getting rid of the rear tire. So, I want to see right now what those Trepadores look like. Now, when you get these things, it comes with a pair. All right, because these are directional. Let's see where I can find. There it is. There's the arrow, directional. All right, so you get a left and a right side for that. Right. Also, when you pull your wheels off, guys, remember, this is a spare here. But when you pull your wheels off, I mark mine. Right rear or R, and then like here I have right front. All right, so mark your tires so that way you know as they wear which ones are which. All right, but look at that, already looking like a beast. Yo, let me get this other one on here. I'm gonna put this thing on the ground. You can't tell me that don't look like it's supposed to be on there. That is awesome. Those tires look sweet on that joint. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that. Now, like I said, guys, we got a lot to do to this truck. But like I said, I'm planning on going out somewhere, and I want to take this thing out with me to a field or something and just have fun with it. You know what I mean? If you're not racing, man, just have fun with it. But as you can see, I'm doing both with this joint. I'm having fun and I'm racing it. So, guys, these Trepadores look awesome. Now, I don't know how it's going to act with the 12S. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm just putting them on there and I'm having fun with it. But the look on that joint is sick. So I am definitely going to run these. You know what I mean? I'm going to run these. But shout out to my man, Mike Taylor, Taylor RC, for, getting me straight. We got some billet pieces for this joint. I got a lot of stuff for this truck. I got a lot going on with this thing. So you guys stay tuned, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, man. I was going to tell y'all guys, but I'm not. Anyhow, you will have to find out in the future on the next videos. All right. So shout out to Taylor RC, Detroit Performance. Those are my guys when it comes to just fifth scale stuff. All right. Losi 5ive-Te, Trepadores. Next time you see this joint, it's going to be in the field somewhere. Out.